Assalamu alaikum dear students, welcome in class 8 chemistry class. Dear students, today you are going to learn about branches of chemistry, a very important topic from board point of view. Therefore, you have to be attentive during lecture. First of all, open your books, page number 5. Here you can see branches of chemistry. Before starting the explanation of various branches, first of all, you must know that why chemistry is divided into different parts, different branches. As you know, that chemistry can be defined as the study of composition, structure, and properties of matter, and matter is a substance that occupies space and has mass, which may be solid, liquid, or gas. Therefore, we can say that whole universe is made up of matter, and the study of matter means study of universe. Therefore, it becomes very difficult to study full universe in short time. In order to overcome this problem, chemistry was divided into different sections called branches of chemistry, under which different characteristics of matter can be studied easily. There are 8 important branches of chemistry which are given in your books, and their names are also according to their nature or demand. Now we will discuss these branches one by one. First of all, we have to look at definition, then explanation, and at the end application of that branch. It means under each branch we have to discuss first of all definition, then explanation, and at the end what is the application as usefulness of that branch. In your books, branch number 1 is physical chemistry. Physical chemistry concerned with the relationship between the physical properties of substances along with the chemical changes in them. Concern means related. It means इस ब्रांच को आप ऐसे भी डिफाइन कर सकते हैं. Physical chemistry is related with the relationship between the physical properties of substances along with the chemical changes in them. It means in this branch we will study only physical properties of matter. What are physical properties of matter? Visible properties of matter which can easily be detected by simple physical methods are known as physical properties. In physical properties we can detect different types of visible qualities of matter. In previous lecture, in video 1, we had taken the example of water in order to explain composition, structure, and properties of matter. Therefore, in this branch also, I am taking the example of water so that absorption become maximum. First of all, look at the structure of water. What's the formula of water? Water is a compound of hydrogen and oxygen, and its formula is H2O, which shows that it is made up of 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen combined together to form 1 molecule of water. What are the physical properties of water? First of all, what is the color? Water is colorless. Water का कोई color नहीं होता. Water is odorless. It has no smell. Odor means smell. Water is tasteless. Water का कोई taste नहीं होता. Water can exist in 3 different states. At room temperature, it is present in liquid state. On cooling, it undergoes condensation and forms solid state called ice. On heating, it can be converted into gaseous state or steam. Now, what is the melting point of water? Melting point. Melting point is the temperature at which solid is converted into liquid. Melting point of water is 0 degree centigrade. It means at 0 degree centigrade, ice will be converted into liquid water. Boiling point of water is 100 degree centigrade. What is meant by boiling point? Boiling point is the temperature at which liquid is converted into gaseous state. It means at 100 degree centigrade, liquid water can be converted into gaseous states. By knowing the boiling and melting points of water, we can detect the purity of any compounds. If water boils at 100 degree centigrade, it means it is pure. If boiling point is greater than 100 degree centigrade, it means unwanted impurities are also present in water, and given sample of water is not pure. It contains unwanted substances dissolved in them. Then we have what is the density of water. Density means mass per unit volume. Density of water is 1 gram per centimeter cube. Then what about its solubility? Water is also known as universal solvent or best solvent because it can dissolve large number of ionic compounds, covalent compounds as well as gases. Now what are the unique qualities of water under which it becomes best solvent? Water is a polar solvent because it has partial positive sign on hydrogen and partial negative sign on oxygen. Second important ability of water which make it universal solvent is called high value of dielectric constant. Dielectric constant value for water is 80 at 18 degrees centigrade, and it is the highest value found among all the solvents. That's why water becomes best solvent. It means under this branch, under physical chemistry, we can observe different types of physical properties of substances, physical properties of matter, and what are the applications. By applying this branch, we can detect purity of any substance as well as their physical properties available in different stages under different conditions. Next important branch is known as organic chemistry. Organic chemistry, what's the definition in your books? Study of those compounds which contain carbon and hydrogen called hydrocarbons and their derivatives. It means in this branch we not only discuss carbon containing compounds but also hydrocarbons and their derivatives. Now, first of all, what are carbon containing compounds? Carbon containing compounds are those compounds which contain covalently bonded carbon atoms. In these compounds, the presence of carbon is very essential, except there are 5 groups in which carbon is present, but they are not considered as organic compounds. They are known as carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, bicarbonates, carbonates, and carbides. These 5 groups are excluded from organic compounds although they contain carbon, but they are not considered as organic compounds. Similarly, second important thing in the definition is hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons are those compounds which are made up of basically carbon, and second important component is hydrogen. They are only made up of carbon and hydrogen. Example is CH4. CH4 is the formula of methane and it is also known as natural gas. It contains 1 carbon with 4 hydrogen. Second important example of this class is ethane. Ethane means C2H6. It contains 2 carbons with 6 hydrogen. Third one with 3 carbons become propane, C3H8. It means by increasing the number of carbon atoms, hydrogen atoms also increases, and these compounds in which only carbon and hydrogens are present, they are known as hydrocarbon. Second important things here is hydrocarbon derivatives. Those organic compounds in which not only carbon and hydrogen is present but also they contain any other element just like oxygen, halogen, nitrogen, sulfur, phosphorus, etc. These compounds which in addition to carbon and hydrogen also contain any other element, they are known as hydrocarbon derivatives and they are derived from organic compound. Example is glucose, C6H12O6. It is a formula for glucose. From the formula it is clear that glucose is basically made up of carbon, hydrogen as well as oxygen. It means it is not simple hydrocarbon. It is also known as hydrocarbon derivatives. It means hydrocarbon derivatives are complex organic compounds in which in addition to carbon and hydrogen any other element may also be present. What are the applications of organic chemistry? Organic chemistry की importance क्या है हमारी life में? Organic chemistry is very important, such as petrochemicals, petroleum as well as pharmaceutical laboratories. Petroleum. What is petroleum? Petroleum is also known as crude oil or impure form of the oil. It is a mixture of solid, liquid and gas, and it is extracted from the rocks, underground rocks. Therefore, it is also known as petroleum because petroleum means petra means rock and oleum means oil. By applying fractional distillation, different components present in crude oil or petroleum, they can be extracted from each other. Second one are petrochemicals. Petrochemical industries are different types of industry in which different parts of petroleum can be consumed. And you know that in transportation we are using fuel, whether they are kerosene, they are CNG or petrol or any other thing, they all belongs to petrochemicals. Second one is pharmaceutical. Pharmaceutical means in those companies in which medicines are prepared, and it is also a branch of chemistry which is also known as pharmacy. And from industrial point of view, we can prepare different types of organic medicines which are organic in nature because they are basically made up of carbon and hydrogen, and they are discussed under this branch, that is organic chemistry. Then third number we have inorganic chemistry. What is meant by inorganic chemistry? Inorganic chemistry की definition according to your book, it deals with the study of all the elements and compound except hydrocarbons, organic compounds and their derivatives. It is a branch of chemistry in which we study all the compound except hydrocarbon. इसका मतलब है ऑर्गेनिक कंपाउंड्स को छोड़कर जितने भी कंपाउंड्स हैं इनकी स्टडी को हम लोग कहते हैं इनऑर्गेनिक केमिस्ट्री. For example, the study of carbon dioxide CO2, the study of H2O, H2O means water, the study of NaCl, sodium chloride जिसको हम लोग common salt या नमक भी कहते हैं. Similarly, there are large number of compounds which are present in the universe which are inorganic in nature due to the absence of carbon in their structure. The study of these compounds is also known as inorganic chemistry. From industrial point of view, what are the applications of inorganic chemistry? Inorganic chemistry के advantages क्या हैं? In this branch, we discuss large number of compounds just like water, NH3, ammonia, glass, शीशे की industry, सीमेंट बनाने की इंडस्ट्री. Similarly, metallurgy क्या है? During metallurgy, metals are extracted from their deposits which are also very important in our daily life. It means in inorganic chemistry, we will discuss different types of substances, different types of compound in which carbon is absent. Those compounds which are not living in origin, they are non-living because they contain anything else except carbon. Dear students, it's enough for today. Inshallah, in next lecture, we will discuss next branches and name will be analytical and industrial chemistry. Therefore, you have to wait for this. Before leaving the lecture, first of all, I am giving the short summarized form of today's lecture. Today we discuss three branches. Physical chemistry. What is physical chemistry? It is a branch of chemistry in which we study all physical properties of matter along with chemical changes in them. Then we discuss organic chemistry. In organic chemistry we discuss all the compounds in which carbon is present. They are known as carbon containing compounds. Second, hydrocarbons, that compounds contain carbon and hydrogen and also their derivatives. इसके अलावा वो कंपाउंड भी हम स्टडी करते हैं जिसमें कार्बन हाइड्रोजन के अलावा कोई दूसरी चीज़ प्रेजेंट होती है. देन वी डिस्कस इनऑर्गेनिक केमिस्ट्री. इनऑर्गेनिक केमिस्ट्री इज दैट ब्रांच ऑफ केमिस्ट्री इन विच वी स्टडी ऑल द एलिमेंट्स, ऑल द सब्सटेंसेस, ऑल द कंपाउंड एक्सेप्ट हाइड्रोकार्बन्स एंड देयर डेरिवेटिव्स. ऑर्गेनिक कंपाउंड्स को छोड़कर बाकी जितने भी कंपाउंड्स हैं इसकी स्टडी को हम कहते हैं इनऑर्गेनिक केमिस्ट्री. इंशाल्लाह वी विल मीट टुमारो विद न्यू टॉपिक, न्यू lecture. You have to wait for this. Allah Hafiz. Keep well and keep safe.